All right, my loves. So let's go ahead and find ourselves, as always, into a cozy position. And let's start with hips today, and then we'll do upper body second. Yeah. So let's go ahead and come on down. And actually, if you could gather up before you get too cozy, if you have a yoga block, um, fantastic. If you don't have a yoga block, it's okay. Don't stress out. But do have a couple of blankets that you can fold into a rectangle, towels that you can fold into a rectangle, or if you have pillows like I do. Yeah, but have something that you can elevate your hips with. Yeah. Okay. Once you have that stuff, go ahead and lie on down. Take a moment to arrive. And if you need a little extra time, all good. When you're ready, with eyes to sky, let's go ahead and take both knees into the hands and just start to make some little baby circles. Relax the feet, allow the arms to do that entire efforting here so that the leg bones and leg muscles are just following along for the ride. They're kind of like, wee, it's Friday. Yeah. And then notice that nice little circular massage that's happening at the very base of the sacrum. Do you feel that? And then simply reverse directions as you're ready. Again, relax those toes and let the legs be really heavy. So again, the arms are doing all the work, all the heavy lifting, so to speak. Yeah. And then notice that sacrum again. Nice. And then go ahead and take your left foot down to the ground, left knee to the sky. Keep your right hand and right knee connected, and then start to circle. And maybe these circles are bigger. And if there's any hesitation at all, keep them small. All good. Yeah. And a big breath, inviting yourself fully to arrive into your practice. And reverse direction. Nice. And then we're going to go ahead and find that leg back through center. Allow the right hand to slide to the upper right shin. Allow that knee to open wide to the side. This feels good. And then pull in towards the shoulder. Now, notice that right front hip that we've closed off. We're doing that very intentionally because when we do our hip flexor opener, we're going to do the opposite. But we're going to first allow everything to come into this state of contraction, constriction. And in this tighter position, we're actually kind of, it sounds a little funny, but we're actually cutting off the blood supply lightly, not fully, just lightly. And when we release the blood flow with fresh oxygen, it's like, yeah. So give it a nice big squeeze in there. Take a nice big inhale. Good. And then exhale, release that leg back down and give a few gentle little butterflies, knees in, knees out. Yeah. Good. And then let's go ahead and simply take that left knee in, left hand to left kneecap, start to circle around using the strength of the arm again. And once again, these circles could be potentially a little bit bigger, but you could also make them small. And maybe they're fast, maybe they're slow, right? Maybe they're somewhere along those continuums. And then reverse direction. That reminder that what matters the most is how it feels in your body. Amazing. Let's go ahead and slide the right hand to the upper left shin. Allow that left knee to open to the side and then big squeeze, pull in there. And again, notice that left front hip. And you also might notice that there's a little residue in the low back. The low back and that front hip have a very intimate connection. So sometimes when we say hello to one part, the other part responds, right? It's like, I'm still here too. Good. Let's take one more huge breath here. Take that left leg back down. Give yourself a few little butterflies. Once again, knees in, knees out. Amazing. Good. And then float both legs up once again. Take both knees open wide for happy baby. Go ahead and grab a hold of either the shins, if that feels best, potentially ankles, feet, or potentially also I think I say potentially one more time, potentially the peace signs to the inside part of the big toe. And whichever variation you're in, stillness is an option, rocking is an option. And if you're holding somewhere on the feet or ankles or big toes, you might even consider allowing yourself to lightly rock to a side. You got to be a little playful though. And then allowing one leg to extend out so you feel that stretch not only in the hip, but also in the hamstring. And most likely it's going to need a soft little bend. Some of you might be able to straighten the leg, but sometimes that's a little too much. So always staying within what feels good. You know that song, Lady Gaga's Edge of Glory? Yeah. You want to take it up to your edge of glory, but never beyond. Yeah. Good. Let's take one more rock side to side. And then we're actually going to change positions here before we get into our bigger hip flexor opener. So go ahead and gently roll to a side. Good. Gently press yourself on up. Spread your fingers wide. If you need to give a few little wrist rolls, feel free. Toes are going to come a little closer in and just take a few little circles here. Once again, really feeling and then bringing some more movement and blood flow to the hips in particular. Good. And then reverse direction. Amazing. And when you're balanced on those two sides, I just got to pull my clock up. Otherwise, we might be going for 2 hours. When you're balanced on both sides, bring both knees all the way in so that they're touching. Stabilize through the upper body. It's going to feel a little bit more like work than a stretch here, and that's okay. We're going to pick up one leg and we're going to imagine that the knee is circling while we stabilize the body. And again, we're just bringing in some movement here and simply reverse direction. Part of the challenge when we have stuff in our hips is that we're mostly seated and the hip flexors, hips are in a static position and they kind of lock in sometimes, right? Does that make sense? Go ahead and swap your sides, some big circles around. So the more movement that we can invite into our day within the hips, but also the other area that we'll focus on, the neck and shoulders, reverse direction, the more we can sprinkle in movement, the better the body feels. Yeah. Good. Go ahead and take that leg down. Take your first leg out to the side, toes straight ahead. And if you're like, whoa, that's a lot, you can pause there. If it feels good to sit back and hold, you can do that. Or if it feels good to add that slow rev forward and back. A nice big breath, thanking yourself for showing up this morning. We're going to have happy hips, happy heart by the time we're done. We're in the process of, yes. Good. Go ahead and invite that leg in and simply bring your second leg out to the side. Once again, toes are straight ahead. Land. This side might want something a little different. So notice this side has been a little tight on me lately. Maybe a sit back or maybe the rev. And just because they have different experiences, they might want the same thing, but they might also want different things. Yeah. So again, that permission to listen to what feels good to your body. Good. And go ahead and take another rev or two, and then come back to center and take a moment just to sit, because I know some of you are new to what I'm about to show you. So I just want to do a quick little visual, because when you're doing it, I want you to keep your eyes to the sky to protect your neck. So just stay with me for 1 sec. We're not going to do it this fast. Don't start yet. We're going to take our prop, and it might be blankets or towels that are folded up. We're going to slide them under the sacrum. We're going to invite one leg in, walk the other leg out, flex it, reach it, and then you're either going to pause there or you're going to open, maybe add a little reach. But this front hip flexor is going to be like, oh, yes. So it's easiest with a yoga block, I'm not going to lie, because it doesn't have the give and it doesn't have like to put it underneath. If you don't have one, no worries. Go ahead and take your towel, pillows, etc., and just take them into a rectangular, like you're making a little package for yourself, a little love package. Yeah. Whatever you're using, you're going to have it really close to your side. And then the last little thing before we start is if your hips actually don't want to be elevated, you can do it without a prop. You can keep your back flat on the floor. It will definitely be less in that front hip flexor, but you'll still get a little stretch there. Yeah. Okay. So eyeballs to sky. Prop really close to you, maybe even touching your body. Push through your heels, lift your hips up, slide your prop underneath your sacrum at the very base of your spine. So you're not on the actual vertebrae themselves. You're at that bony triangular landmark there at the bottom. Yeah. If you put your hips down, do you feel solid? You feel stable? Yeah. If so, go ahead and lift that left leg up towards the chest. Interlace your fingers around your left shin. Good. Take the right foot that's on the ground. You got it. And take one footprint longer, like you're walking on a beach. Yeah. Flex your right foot so that the toes are to the sky, heels on the floor. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, slowly allow that right leg to extend out. The heel might stay connected. It might need to lift off. Either way is fine. As you reach that right leg all the way out, you'll probably notice that that right front hip starts to go hello, right from being in that contraction for a long time. So we're doing the opposite now. If that's enough, stay there. If you want a little bit more, free up your right hand. Right hand is going to anchor the right front hip. Left knee is going to open to the left side, and then use that left arm to pull that knee in towards the armpit and shoulder. Nice. Everybody, whether you took that little second option or not, grow longer through the right side. So literally allow that right heel to slide. You're going to grow at least a half an inch taller, and then pull the right toes in. Yeah. Good. Now from here, whether you chose option A or B, the right hand can stay as is, or sometimes it feels really good to reach it up above so you're getting a full body stretch. You can try it. If you don't like it, put the hand back where it was. Yeah. Keep reaching the right foot. If you're doing the arm, reach with the same intensity. And then give a gentle little engagement of the back right glute. Yeah. And that might feel like, ooh, yes. Or it might be too much. And if so, just let it go. Yeah. Keep reaching, 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 reaching with an intensity like sunshine reaching for the flower. Big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. Sighs and sounds are welcome. Everyone is muted. Yeah. Big inhale as you're ready. Bigger exhale, set it free. Big inhale as you're ready. And it feels so good. We're going to stay for 5 breaths today. Yeah. Exhale, release. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Big inhale. Good. Bigger exhale. And one more big inhale and bigger exhale. And then slowly, gently fold the right side of the body back in. Take your left foot down. If you need to adjust, feel free to do so. Right knee is going to pull in. Hands are going to interlace around the right upper shin or the hamstrings. Left foot on the ground is going to go 1 foot longer, a footprint on the beach. Left heel stays grounded, but the toes lift to the sky. Big inhale, exhale, slowly, gently allow that left foot to slide all the way out in front of you. Long, 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 long. Yeah. Notice how this side, remember, the sides can have a different experience. If you want that little extra, free up your left hand. Left hand presses into front left hip. Right knee opens towards the side, and then right arm pulls in towards the shoulder and armpit. Good. Everybody flex that left foot deeper. Reach at least a half an inch, at least a half an inch. Pull the toes in towards the heart. Whichever one you're doing, pause there or reach the left arm up above you. And again, if you're reaching, it's with the same intensity, that like starburst energy. Yeah. Reach, reach, reach. Oh, starburst. I just thought of the candy. I did not mean that. What if that's how they came up with the name? Anyway, here's our breath, friends. Squeeze that back left glute. See how that feels? Yes or no? And then 5 big breaths. Inhale big through the nose. Good. Exhale bigger. Set it free. Anything that you've been holding tight. Good. Big inhale, the power of release. Exhale, let it go. Inhale big. Exhale, let it go. Find that big roar in that exhale. Yeah. Big inhale. Good. Bigger exhale. Keep reaching. And one more big inhale and big exhale. Good. Slowly, gently fold that left side back in. Take your right foot back down. Take a moment to give both knees a little butterfly in and out. Notice those happy hip flexors. And then come back to center, push through your heels, lift your hips, and slide your props out. And if you use anything other than a yoga block, congratulations on making it work. Yeah. Arms are going to open wide to the sides, palms up. We're going to give a little light squeeze to the shoulder blades, lift the heart, and then release back down. So just like we talked about the hip flexors being in a state of contraction and release, similarly, when we round forward closer to our computers, our laptops, our phones, and that head drops forward and release, the upper back muscles that we're currently engaging and releasing actually overstretch. They're not engaged. So that's why we're engaging them right now. Hello. And the front pectoralis muscles actually get shorter. Yeah. So squeeze. So being in this position, giving the squeeze activates those upper back muscles. And the pectoralis muscle also gets to say, ah, with this open arm position. Squeeze and release. and squeeze and release. And one more squeeze. Good. And release. Go ahead and float your arms up and allow there to be space as much as the shoulders. So your shoulder distance, spread your fingers wider. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, gently land the shoulder blades down. Inhale, lift up. And as you land, go ahead and squeeze the shoulder blades. Yeah. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, land with that little squeeze. And again, we're asking these upper back muscles that help with posture to wake up before we go to the computer work today. Yeah. Or continue with. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. And one more inhale up and exhale, squeeze. Find your breath. On your next inhale, let's actually take a regular breath in and a regular breath out. And then on your next inhale, open the arms wide to the side. Back of the arm touches down. Squeeze the shoulder blades again. What? And then exhale back above the heart, but allow the palms to lightly touch. High five. Inhale, open wide. Back of the hand touches. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Wake those muscles up. Exhale back above the heart. Inhale, open wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Good. Exhale back above the heart. And one more inhale, open wide, squeeze those shoulder blades, and exhale back above the heart. Good. From here, go ahead and bend your right elbow and then touch your right elbow with your left hand. Yeah. Take your gaze over your right shoulder and use your right hand just to start to squeeze the upper left trap and also the side of the neck. So you can use your fingertips on the side of the neck. And then you can use your whole hand with the heel of the hand on the front and the fingertips wrapped around the back to give some squeezes. This is usually the area, right, that is chatty. Am I right? It's the area that's like, ooh, right? So let's give it some love. Let's give it some direct love for working overtime. It's been working overtime, friends. Its stress level has been too high for too long. It's been holding too much for too long, right? So notice how good it feels to give a little direct love. And then we'll go ahead and simply swap our sides. So go ahead and take your arms up to the sky. Maybe give them a little shake out like you're holding Polaroid pictures, but you're not. All right, setting that stress aside, shaking it out, shaking it out. Keep your left arm up, bend your left elbow, support your left elbow with your right hand. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. And again, we're going to use that left hand. The finger pads can walk up the side of the neck. And then when you get to that upper trap from the side of the neck towards the shoulder, the heel of the hand will be on the front and the fingertips will wrap around. And we're just giving some direct. And one of the things that's very interesting when we have an area of our body that is chatty or sensitive or tight or hurting, there's a tendency to like hold it even tighter, right? Because we're trying to protect it. And one of the best things that we can do is to touch it. Yeah. And the other best thing is to move it because it needs blood flow and oxygen and synovial fluid in the joint, right? So just remember when there's something that's chatty, how do I touch with love and how do I move it a little bit? All right, friends, let's go ahead and come back in center. Give another Polaroid picture shake. Any stress, mentally, physically, emotionally that you've been holding, just in fact, take your legs up and give everything a shake. Even if you feel super silly. In fact, do it even more. And then we'll go ahead and release. Decide if you want to roll to a side. That's going to be the gentler version to set up. If your spine allows for a rock and roll, just be sure as you grab the back of the legs to really round through the spine to get that massage on the spine itself. We will find our way somehow, some way to a seat. If you would prefer to sit in a chair, if sitting on the ground doesn't feel good right now to knees, hips, or low back, feel free to swap that on out. We won't be here for too long though. Did we make it? Are we all there? Nice. Let's go ahead and rest our hands in our lap. Big inhale, gaze up. Good. And exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, gaze up. Maybe the mouth opens, jaw releases. Exhale, chin towards chest. And one more inhale, gaze up. Again, maybe mouth opens lightly and exhale, chin towards chest. Good. Come back through center. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Ooh, there it is. Yeah. Inhale, tall. Exhale, almost for probably 100% of us. Yeah. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Ooh, hello. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Ah. So remember, touch and movement. Yeah. Last one. Good. Coming back to center for part three. Inhale tall, keep your shoulders steady. Exhale, just the gaze. Maybe a little smile in the eyes and lips. Inhale, center. Exhale, little gaze. Inhale, center. Exhale, gaze. And inhale, center. And exhale, gaze. Good. Come back to center. So remember, stillness, being in the same position. We want to find some movement. Yeah. We're going to find our way on up, friends. I told you we weren't going to be here long today. So you can come up however you would like to. No right or wrong. Maybe that low lunge step up. Maybe you love a little plank to down dog. Yeah, what do you feel like today? We're going to find our way on up. We're going to roll our shoulders on out. Very simple way to bring movement in and blood flow. Yeah. Reverse your direction as you're ready. Oh, so good, right? Aren't you glad you came? So many things can get in our way of coming, but I'm just so proud of you for being like, nope, I'm going to class today. Yeah. Big inhale, reach up, wiggle your fingers. As you fly, flex your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades. Yes, soften the knees. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins, reach halfway forward, halfway back there with those sits bones. Exhale, really soften the knees and roll up. And if you're new to class, that is our version of sun salutation, and you'll be a pro at it very soon. We use that for just to transition between things, sometimes to move the whole body. Roll those shoulders on out again. And we're going to do another inhale, gaze up, mouth might open, exhale, chin towards chest. Oh, yes. Inhale, gaze up. And if something feels especially delightful, it might be the move that you need to do before your workday, or squeeze the shoulder blades, draw the elbows back. Isn't that delicious? Exhale, draw the elbows in, push the heart back. Ah, exhale, release. So this one, as we open, it almost feels like we're on the beach, doesn't it? Like just chilling in the sun. Exhale, rounding in. One more inhale, open. Good. And exhale, round. Release that. Second part, inhale tall, exhale up and over. Good. Inhale tall. And you might notice that even if there's still a little resistance or stuff that's going on there, most likely on the second round, there's a little bit more openness. Do you feel that? Good. And if you add a smile, I promise it becomes more open. Yeah, I promise. It really does work. And then come back to center, float those arms up, inhale tall, exhale, elbow to the sky. Good. Inhale tall, exhale, elbow to the sky. Let's add an SH sound. Inhale tall, exhale, shh. Look at you go. Inhale tall, exhale. Oh my gosh, this whole area is like, ah, right? Inhale, exhale, shh. And one more inhale tall and exhale. Good. Come back to center. Release the arms. Start with just the head. Keep the shoulders steady. Inhale tall. Exhale, gaze. And again, that little soft smile really does help. Inhale tall. Exhale. The body's like, okay, okay, I'm down for the ride. Inhale tall. Exhale, turn. And one more inhale tall and exhale, turn. Come back to center. Last time, take your hands back. Do be mindful of your knees. When we add the whole body, sometimes the knees twist and we don't want to over twist them. Yeah. Inhale tall, exhale, elbow and eyeballs back. Watch those knees. Inhale tall, exhale, elbow and eyeballs back. Again, watch those knees. Inhale tall, exhale, twist. And one more inhale tall. Good. And exhale, twist. Go ahead and release. Give those arms a shake. Polaroid picture style. And then let's find our second sun salutation. Inhale up. And again, we're adding a flexed hand and a squeeze of the shoulder blades right there. Ah, right? And then inhale, halfway lift, send the crown of the head forward, send the sits bones back, feel the stretch on those hammies and the back of the legs, soften the knees, give your head a little shake, yes and no. And then slowly, gently reverse waterfall all the way up to the top. Good. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls as you arrive. Take your hands on back, interlace the fingers like a magician, and take it to one side. And we're going to go towards the wing. Inhale tall, exhale towards the wing. Good. Check in with the jaw, relax. And then this shoulder that's right here with this beautiful kind of sunlight energy, healing energy, pull that shoulder back a little bit. And then imagine that you're going to pull your hands in towards your belly button. They're not going to go far, but that little pull, do you feel that how that intensifies? So find your just right. Don't go beyond, as Lady Gaga said, your edge of glory. Don't go beyond it. Just go up to that, like, oh, yes. Go for the yes. Go for the yes, friends. Go ahead, take one more huge breath there. Good. Release the arms, roll the chin and the chest back to center. Amazing. Once again, interlace, swap the grass so the opposite hand is the leader. Take it to the second side. And again, we're going to go towards your wing. Inhale, tall, exhale, up and over. Good. Relax that jaw, lightly pull that shoulder back. Invite your hands to pull forward as it feels good. Amazing. So good. And take your biggest, fullest breath of the Friday so far, or if you're watching the video of whatever day it is. Yes, go ahead and release, roll it on out. And our final sun salutation, big inhale, sweep up, look up, wiggle those fingers, allow the hands to flex, squeeze the shoulder blades. Ah, there it is. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, re-soften. Head, yes and no. Make sure it's nice and heavy. Shoulders are heavy, arms are heavy, hands are heavy. Slowly, gently melt up one more time. Good. As you come up, give yourself a few little rolls. And we're going to do, I'm not going to do phrases, but I'm just going to do a couple little tapping things with you. So go ahead and take one hand and just tap. It's going to be a beautiful day. Yeah, other hand, it's going to be a beautiful day. Amazing. So your third eye, just gentle little taps, very gentle, and to your temples, very gentle, and under your eyes, very gentle, and to the top of the lip, and to the bottom of the lip, and to the collarbones. Big breath. And then to the back of the shoulder armpit area, just little taps. And then to the crown of the head, just gentle little taps. I know you're like, what is happening? We've never done this before, Heather. Big inhale, sweep up. Take your palms together, land them in front of your heart. Lightly bow your head and just notice how you feel in comparison to when you first started. Are there any little things, maybe just one little teeny thing that you want to sprinkle into your day at least 3 more times and see what happens? Take one more big breath here. As always, sending you into your next steps with so much love and gratitude.